What I've got here for you, a quadratic, I just want you to solve for x. 0 equals x squared plus 2x plus 3. Solve the quadratic. Alright, when I first glanced at this, I thought I was going to be able to factor it because that's my favorite way and that's what I look for first. But when I do that, when I check it, a times c, 1 times 3 is 3. There aren't any factors of 3 that add to 2. Remember, that's how you check to see if it's factorable. A times c is 3. The only factors of 3 are 1 and 3, or negative 1 and negative 3. 1 plus 3 is 4, I need a 2. Negative 1 plus negative 3 is negative 4, I need a 2. So I know it's not factorable. So from there, my next option is I'm going to use the quadratic formula. So my A here would be 1, my B would be 2, and my C would be 3. So I've got x equals negative b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2 times a. Okay, I'm going to simplify everything underneath the radical. Gets me x equals negative 2 plus or minus the square root. B squared is 4. 4, negative 4 times 1 is negative 4, times 3 is negative 12. All over 2. 4 minus 12 underneath the radical is negative 8. So I'm looking at x equals negative 2 plus or minus the square root of negative 8 over 2. Okay, let's break down that negative 8 in there. Let's focus on that right quick. I know the square root of negative 8, since it's negative, is going to have a negative 1. 8 is not a perfect square. The biggest perfect square that will go into 8 is 4. So that's going to be 4 times 2. Okay, negative 1, the square root is I. That gets to come out. 4, the square root is 2. That gets to come out. 2 doesn't have a perfect square. It has to stay in. So now I'm looking at x equals negative 2 plus or minus 2i square root of 2 all over 2. Now I can divide everything by 2. So it gets me x equals 2 divided by 2 is 1 plus or minus 2i divided by 2 is 1i square root of 2. That's my final answer. 1 plus or minus I square root of 2.